beautiful little figure involving the sixth instead of the...
Hello and welcome everybody. I'm Christian from Berlin and I'm so glad I found this format that so many of you seem to like. Meaning the step-by-step explanation of the process and showing your options at every moment, in this way expanding your horizon for your own improvisation. Now, I decided to make many parts of this, also in different keys. Today it's G. I hope you like this part as much. And I will post the previous parts in the text box under the video. Now let's go and work. Enjoy.
Okay, we are sitting at the blank canvas now. Everything empty. You're about to set your first stroke of genius. Let's say a bit of the blues scale. 1 and 2. Hey, what now? Now we have set the first stroke of lovely paint, and what you don't do is, after you had your first sip of a single malt whiskey from 1412, is to drink Absolute vodka straight afterwards. Yeah, it would destroy the taste of the first impression. So what I would intuitively do is I would underpin it with a little bit of chord to give it richness. Of course, we do it in an interesting way. That would be a nice beginning. Or we could do this also the other way around. Play it softly and gently, so this is still kind of in the air, okay? Now, if we play it, let's say, the second time or the third time, you could probably repeat it, but you're not here for repetitions, you're here for variations, but I would probably repeat it to let it sink even more, just a little bit more of that beautiful single malt whiskey. But then you could also answer it, maybe with something from the top, to, let's say, why would this be a good answer? Because it's kind of adapting the rhythmic structure. Ba ba da bum, ba dum bum. Nice answer. So there you have an answer from the top. The story is starting to unfold. Now, you could do it also, let's say, okay, the first I tried it from the octave and also followed the blues scale, skipping only the fifth. Nice way of answering. So they belong together. It's a direct reply, different notes, but same rhythmic structure. So it's connected musically. Important. We want to make you musical musicians. Aren't musicians always musical? No bloody way. There's so many unmusical musicians. Okay. Who just drink vodka after the single malt? What did I do afterwards? That's a beautiful little figure involving the sixth instead of the octave. And the sixth is always sticking out a little bit. It's a little surprising in the beginning, like some single malt whiskies are quite surprising in the beginning, especially the ones who taste like barrel. Anyway, so not here about alcohol. So we have the sixth. Yeah, the sixth has a very strong sound together with the minor third, but it's kind of shining out. Okay, there would also be an option I would consider. What else? Of course, you could also maybe play this. reaching out higher. But keep that for later. Why not keep that for later? We want to keep let the atmosphere grow on us. We want to develop the whole thing. Okay, so that should be just fine for now. Let's say you played it 3 times in a calm way, and then the 4th time you play, and then it's time to go to C. You could always establish the chord first on the 1 to leave airspace again. We're going to C, and everybody knows there's something coming, right? So don't underestimate airtime, especially in the beginning. Like, you see, we have bum, airtime, tension, and a little bit more on the C7. Also by dynamics. Of course, we have to condense the drama on 2 choruses. We're doing 2 choruses. So in order to give the drama, we have to move on. Maybe if I have a chorus of a solo of 8 choruses, I would probably start here and then, take far more time. Okay, now we have 2 choruses. On C, you could a little bit more aggressive, spiky, a little bit more edgy. Oh, with this always good. What other options do we have? Another possibility is quite spiky. This little clash here between the 4 and the flat 5. But it's good, huh? It's a... oh, sorry. Now we're still in the blues scale business, huh? Or you always could consider the 7 too. You should think, hey, it's C7. Isn't the F a forbidden note? Of course, it's clashing with the major C. It depends how long you play it and how close they are together, basically. You see, if we play it here, it's bad, half bad, okay. And if we play it just briefly, so in general you could say you could play all blues scale stuff over all chords. Yeah, that's a good rule of thumb. So, hey. Now you would be in the 2 note business already. Also nice. We go from we are in the the G7, and we start as if we would play the G7, but we don't go to G7 here to the try it. But great stuff. Yeah. Okay, so we now have 3 possibilities for the F, like first little spikes, or you can always like dissolve this with the help of the thumb. Very useful little tool, this little thumb. It's not just for pressing the like button. That's the first most important role, but then again you can use it. And here I would probably, again, use a little bit of airtime. Let this linger. Hold on. Or, we come. And you could also transition to G, as you know it already from my other tutorials. Subscribe here. We are on the learning channel to go to transition from the subdominant via the 6th of G, of the 6th of G, and we we can always transition forward into the G, into the root chord with the 6, yeah? Great stuff. And maybe also play a little embellishment on the, just very simple. We want this still to linger on. Okay, why do we want this to linger on? Now to surprise you on the D7 with an even a harder spike, you know? Prepare the top, the climactic top for the dominant. And everybody knows that. It's kind of in the ears of the listener. And now, ba ba ba. You see, here everybody knows it, and we are fulfilling in the on the dominant here. More aggressive, more repetitive, and also quite simple. Or both is fine. Or well, yeah, I would consider this. That's a beautiful line. That's a beautiful line. Okay. I played slight variations. I'm very sorry. I'm improvising on the spot myself. Yeah, that was the same. That's a very energetic line. Okay, now you saw, put some energy in the D. We don't go yet up that far. We need headroom to move up a little bit further. So this is a great thing. What is this, Christian? What is this? Yeah, it's also a variation on the regular D7. Briefly showing it to you is the D7 with the augmented 5. Great blues piano sound for the dominant, you see? And then would be the second chorus coming. The second chorus, I would, give it, if it's my last chorus, not in my life, but of this gig. In case you have a so-called quick change. That is also happening quite often in blues. Quick change is when the C or the subdominant is replacing the second of the 4 tonic chords, of the 4 root chords. We have 4 G7 chords, and if the second one is C7 and going back to G, then for the other 2 it's called a quick change. And then great stuff here. Well, I'm complimenting myself. That's not good style, but it's not by me. Nothing is of me here. I just copy and steal like there's no tomorrow. So remember this part of the drone, the C with the F, and then this is a fantastic sound. And if you manage and now this is a little bit harder. But if you practice it and you can play it, you have such a rich new tool, because this is a fantastic sound in connection with this special drone lick between the 4 of G. We are now, think in G now, root 4 and the 7. We are briefly in G, in C, but here we completely think in G. And it's fantastic sound again. Variation again of, you know, smooth, G in between. Maybe you can play that now. We're still in airtime. We let this one linger on. You know, let it a little bit in the air. So you can play this a little bit more rhythmically now. The underpinning of the chord. You know. Just a little bit more than in the first chorus. Okay. You can play this also without the quick change, of course. Great. What was it, Christian? What was it? This one in the end, okay? That's a great line. And then now we're going to the next C. We're in the second chorus already. Let's see what we can do. And now we're going to C, and well, this could be the time for a hefty little spike. Let's say time for some ice cold Diet Coke on the warm room temperature single malt whiskey. Now that's an image, huh? Okay, now we're going. And now going to C. What about? That's a good little spike now here. Okay, demand a little bit more of you, but first, what did I do? People, airtime. I put this spike here. It's still hanging in the air, the Diet Coke. Ice cold shock of Diet Coke. It's still hanging in the air, and I give it airtime. I'm not really interrupting this airtime by putting in some fancy little chord fill. Let's have a look at that chord fill. It's come. You know, everybody's waiting that it goes on here. So I would always think about like, yeah, come on. You know it's coming. And I fill in the chord here. That is the D flat 7 followed by channel. It's the D flat 7 with the 7 9 3 5 going chromatically into the same voicing of C7 7 2 3 5. Same voicing chromatically. If you're falling down into the C, it's Chicago blues style. The chord is not changing. We are still in C. Yeah, it's just so fast we don't have to change the chord. It's chromatically falling into this bop. And now. So, what is this? I hope you can play it, otherwise go practice. But now, this is easy peasy, as like, there's nothing, not a lot in Diet Coke, and there's not a lot in here. For the little bit advanced for you. And here's our little wonderful, I call it the 2-5 finger business, which sounds great. and it's easy to play, so you can't even play it fast, except this one. Let's say you skip this one. Hold on. So you can skip this one if you want. And here it starts with a 2-5 on F and B flat, 2-5 on the G, on the D flat and the G, and here it's just repeating B flat and E, and you can continue this, and once you have it in your hands, and that's what Johnny Johnson is doing all the time. Listen to him, listen to all of them, they're just doing this all the time. And then they build something in between, like, but many times they just play this time, this little chain. And we have a look again. It was a little bit different. Hold on. Yeah. Then, if you go to the climax, to the D, as I always say, it's great then to do a run up just on blues scale with the blah blah blah. What's it called? Octaves. Yeah. Okay. Would there be other possibilities on C now? Of course there are. Let me show you. For example. We still play this one, let's say. What about this one? A little bit easier. You know, when you're coming from C, you probably could also, you could here play either the B, it doesn't matter here for now because we're just passing by, it's C7 and you see the 7 is here, but as well you could play it with a B. And then practice the run up on the blues scale in octaves. Practice them. The steps are not that hard. It's not like you're doing big steps. It's, you know, ba, 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 ba. Practice them up and down while you're watching Netflix and make it sink in that it's there when you're on stage, okay? So that would be a possibility. What else could we do? What about this one? You know, we gotta give something. We gotta give some meat to the Diet Coke. Perfect combination. You know, so you gotta play some more energetic here, and you gotta practice some stuff. You know, why are you otherwise on this channel? So here. Another option. And then, what can we do on D? Let's have a look. Let's say we start our octave run from the D. Okay, so we have a common basis. We are. And now we hit D. We are on the 5 now. Yeah. You know, give a little spice now. You're on the top of your career and you want to be worth the money you get for the gig. Maybe $5 and a glass of tap water with a slice of grapefruit. Here. What can we do with it? Okay, that's one form of energy. Of course, we all know that you can now, of course, play like, which you can always do like, you know, this is, you can always do that. Okay, we could, I'll show you briefly, like. Now, come on, guitar solo, beat that. You can always do that. It's great. It's fine. I just wanted to, you know, widen your horizon in this lesson and not just confirm your limits. Like, you can always do, or double the density, and always an option. But you know that already, probably, yeah. So this one would be like, and then we have, I will offer you two possibilities. The one is, again, this time it's octaves down. How could we do that? You know, you got to finish the solo and round it up. That we are not sort of finishing here. That is like you finished your holiday in the desert, in the car factory, or somewhere ugly. So it feels unnatural to end it here. So round it up, you know, return. So. And it's the same thing, which you practice in front of Netflix, is just go down in octaves. It sounds very professional. It sounds very, listen to any, like, Muddy Waters, what the piano player is doing. If he's not doing that, he's doing what I showed you before. So we have blah 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 blah, or we have the same 2-5 finger business again. It's just unbeatable, you know. You go from C, you see start from C here. We hammered one bar D7, and now we are here. It's just what I showed you. You can stop at any time. Hold on. Or everything done is gazillion times. If you want to do that a little bit fancier, you could do or on D. Yeah, but that needs technique and practice. Like, if you can play this, you know, which I always urge to play, because then you're just 2 levels up on the pro scale. Is, you know, if you manage this and this, then you can do so much great stuff that sounds professional. Like. And then you morph into what we played before. So the combination of this is what makes the thrill. Like. It's always the same rhythm. Same counting. And these are the things you should make an exercise of, like. Okay. then you're just one of them. You could even open another piano channel and be my competition, and then I ban you for lifetime and load up fake videos of you. Okay? Are you content? Did I show you enough? Of course there's more, but hey, there is more parts to this series, so you just stay tuned and follow me.
I think it's fair to say that I always deliver a huge amount of content for free, but if you want something extra today for my Patreons, the link is in the description box. For my supporters, there's another big chunk today, a bonus of 40 minutes of blues piano in G improvisation, just what we did today. If you want to enjoy that, support my channel. And if not, it'd be great if you leave your thumbs up under the video. That helps my channel a lot. And I say thanks for coming by, thanks for learning, and cheers from Berlin. Stay safe.